Buffs Nation, what's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another edition of Common Sense Buffs. This time I'm acting like I got some common sense, man. I actually scheduled this live ahead of time, so hopefully the notifications are going out to the Common Sense Buffs Nation. Common Sense Buffs is all about the Colorado football program in the Coach Prime era. It is my pleasure to be your host. Hopefully you're out there feeling good, looking good, playing good, and I'm sure them folks are paying good, like Prime says. This is a special edition. It's the bye week. There's not a lot of football to talk about right now. So whenever they have a bye week or they have some downtime on content, the idea just came to me. It's like, why not talk about the philosophy behind Coach Prime's success? And so that's what tonight's live session is about, because I'm not only watching the Colorado football program, I'm also taking inspiration and motivation from the way Coach Prime is approaching the transformation of this team and applying it to my life, because I don't just want to watch the Colorado Buffaloes win on the football field like Coach Prime's book. He wants you to win on and off the field, which is absolutely critical and one of the key differentiations between Coach Prime and Colorado Buffaloes football and what we commonly see, or maybe we're just seeing it for the first time and it happens behind the scenes. So as you jump in here on this live, go ahead and hit me up in the chat, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's grow this channel. Of course, just a quick recap on the football side of things. Colorado Buffaloes are currently 6-2, and they are positioned coming out of this bye week to win one more game and go 7-2. So I'm excited for this team, where they're coming from. 2 seasons ago, 1-11, and they were losing by an average of 29 points. 2023, they go 4-8, which was a disappointing season. However, it was an improvement over year one or year zero. And now we're in year two of the Coach Prime era, and this team is 6-2 on the verge of going 7-2. So why are the Colorado Buffaloes football team finding success in year two? My first kind of Prime's philosophy kind of being the reason for some of the success is, number one, you have to believe in yourself. There is no way, at least anybody who I've listened to that I've admired and found success, that will disagree with me on this statement. It takes a supreme amount of self-belief to be successful. We're human beings. We all have our shortcomings. We all have our insecurities. But one of the areas that you need to absolutely master is self-belief. And when Prime took over this team, the thing that he was kind of the theme, there were two themes. We here, right? It was first we coming, then it was we here. We ain't hard to find, but is do you believe, right? Do you believe? And the first person that you have to sell on your success is yourself. And it feels very much like Prime was sold on, well, Dion was sold on Prime's ability to be successful. And, you know, he tells a story about the fact that he never had somebody there to watch his baseball or football games. And so all of his pats on the back came from himself. And he had to create this I will do it alone kind of mentality. And so he had to very early on be his own cheerleader to believe that he could accomplish the things that he was aspiring to accomplish. And I think that was just something that was innate to him. I haven't heard in his explanations of where this self-belief come from a specific attribution to where it comes from, but it certainly seems like his ability to not need the applause of others to run after his goal, I think, is a key to success. So first thing that I've just observed about Prime, and I'm adopting and implementing into my own life and into my own mental health journey is self belief. Included in that is self worth, valuing yourself, believing that there is enough worth in your life to actually go out into this world and live to your fullest potential. And that's what I just love about the way that Dion goes about his business. Coach Prime goes around being about being a coach. There's always, you could sense that he believes what he's doing, and it's not a fake belief. It's a very earnest belief. It's an earned belief because he has the resume to demonstrate that his belief in himself is not artificial. He has the accolades to back it up. And so whether you're further down your journey or you're just beginning your journey, self-belief is absolutely critical, and doing that work is essential. The other thing is hard work. And as a younger person, I think, or when I was a younger person, I only thought of the end result. I never really thought of the process. I'm sure if you've been around this planet for any length of time and you've tried to accomplish anything, the goal and the process, a lot of people are not craving or enjoying the process. All we want to do is jump to the end goal. But that's not how life works. One of the things I admire about Coach Prime is he's constantly giving his team a reality check. You're 5-2, you're 6-2, you're 7-2, you're 8-2. He always tries to remind them this is what we expect you to do. Don't expect any applause doing what you're expected to do. And there's this absolute commitment to excellence at Colorado that I feel like people are finally understanding when he says you have to practice like you play. And that's just a commitment to excellence, and not settling, and making sure that you put your best effort forward, that hard work, that work ethic. And a couple players that exemplify and I think are leaders on this team as a result of that on the defensive side of the ball is Cameron Silman Craig. He's not the most physically gifted guy on the team, but he's a football player. And when a football player says he's a football player, what they mean is that he exemplifies, he epitomizes the game. Cam is tough as nails. He works hard. He's smart. He's a leader. He plays hard. He plays smart. And he punches way above his weight. And and that doesn't just happen on game day. It happens because Cam has committed himself to be the best player that he could be, and he works every day embracing the process to get there. The other guy, of course, is a superstar, the name that everybody knows, Travis Hunter. And every time a coach or every time somebody who knows him is asked about his work ethic, they say this is what you want, a talented guy who works hard. These are the results that he's able to get. He's able to play two sides of the ball because he's focused on being as conditioned as he can be. He takes supreme care of his body, and that strength staff is helping him grow into his body still. He's not at his full potential in terms of his playing weight that he's going to be playing at in the NFL. I think Travis Hunter could easily afford to put on another 10, 12 pounds as he continues his football journey. And he's going to put in the work in order to make that possible without losing the things that make him special on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. All right, guys. So if you're joining me, man, you're in the live. I'd love to hear in the chat what is your favorite kind of philosophy or Coach Prime mantra that you've adopted this season as you've been inspired by the turnaround at Colorado. So you got to believe in yourself. You got to work hard. And again, it's the same thing with YouTube, right? You don't. I looked at a couple successful YouTubers out there who've been on the scene for a while, much longer than I have. Folks like TLP Sports Club. And there are a couple other guys, and you see people with 5,000 followers, 10,000 followers, 15,000 followers. But part of the hard work and part of the embracing the process is creating content without the followers being there, because you have a passion for the content and the discipline and the consistency to do it day in and day out. And that's another thing I've really applied from Prime, is that trying to be as disciplined as possible. It's really hard. If discipline was easy, many of us would be more disciplined than we are, and we'll probably be further along when it comes to our goals than we should be. There are very few external barriers that are as powerful as a lack of discipline can be in terms of stopping your progress or slowing your progress. And so one of the things that they focus on in Colorado is this idea of being disciplined, right? Being on time. How you do one thing is how you do everything. If you're lax about something that you view as small, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be lax about the big things. You can't really turn on and turn off excellence. Either you're excellent all the time, or you're going to be mediocre. If not worse, you're going to underperform. And so that discipline that you need to have day in and day out in multiple aspects of your life is critical. You got to, be disciplined about your mental health. Like, what thoughts are you dwelling on all day, every day? What are you telling yourself about life, about success, about the possibilities of you achieving your goals? What are you really saying to yourself, right? Having that mental clarity about managing your mental health, that's absolutely critical for success. How are you taking care of your body? Are you eating the right things? Are you hydrating the right way? Are you sleeping properly? We watch this football team and we think they're just turning it around and it's magic. No, it might feel like magic, but there's a lot of discipline that's going into this turnaround. So these young men are buying in, they're taking care of their mental health. They have a coach on staff to help them with that. Their nutrition, of course, is second to none. Coach Prime is spending all the money that he can to create a culinary experience so that his players are they're eating nutrient dense meals. It's not just about what you eat; it's about what you eat provides to you in terms of nutrition. So, you know, has my nutrition gotten to the point where I want it to be? No. Am I? Is that an area where I need to be focused and disciplined? Of course, yes. And so over time, hopefully, this is not me saying all of these things have been perfected, but we're all on a journey towards it. And that's what I love about his approach to coaching, is that there's a tremendous amount of accountability that I'm observing from the Colorado locker room, both at the coaches level. So Prime holds himself accountable to a high standard. He holds his coaches accountable to a high standard. And in turn, he expects his coaches to hold his players to a high standard. And then everybody who's attached to that organization is held to a high standard. So they're building a culture around that. And that kind of culture, with people supporting one another and having accountability, can assist in discipline. It's pretty hard to be disciplined when you're only answerable to yourself. And it's much easier to drift further and further away if you don't have somebody to help hold you accountable. So if you're out there, man, and you're liking this kind of content when it comes to success philosophies of Coach Prime, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and then hit me up in the chat something that you've taken from this turnaround and you're starting to apply in your life, because this is not just about voyeurism. It's not just about watching other people achieve their dreams. I think by being fans of the football team, but also implementing some of the things that we see on Well Off Media, Reach the People Media, around transforming your own life, I'd love to hear from you. All right, folks, man, I'm not going to belabor the point. I appreciate you guys joining me. These live sessions are a substitute for me actually sitting down and doing a video. I think I'm going to be able to find the time to do that sometime in the near future. But for now, these live sessions are going to be the way that I create content on this channel. Let me know if you like it, don't like it. Usually short and sweet. It looks like the algorithm is kind of getting the word out when I do come on and start to live stream, but your help is much appreciated. So go ahead and hit the like, go ahead and hit the subscribe, hit me up in the comments if you're watching this on the you're watching this later on and not watching live. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me. Till next time. Peace.